In the 2022 album Aethiopes, Billy Woods takes us on a grueling tour across the African diaspora. Here we see themes such as neocolonialism, displacement of identity, and poverty. None of these tracks quite tie in these themes in such a gritty and grueling way though, like track number 4, Sauvage.
I guess not.
In the intro, we have Boldy James, who delivers a chilling verse. The backdrop is a heavy thumping kick and snare drum pattern, laced with a heavy bass line that's whirring through the track. To top it all off, we have these eerie accents and screeches that kind of sound like someone scratching on a chalkboard. And altogether, it delivers what I can only describe as the audio equivalent of the prison industrial complex. Boldy James paints a picture of a man of God who is also a sinner. He is irritable and quick to kill. He paints pictures of eerie and scary situations that he is in this life of savagery. At one point, he delivers a chilling verse in which I had to replay again. He says,
down in my soul and did some soul searching. All I found was a police report for a missing person.
One thing I find extremely haunting about this track, aside from the lyrics and instrumental, is the duality of man displayed by Boldy James. On one hand, we have him reciting the Lord's Prayer and calling him a child of God. And then on the other hand, he's a drug kingpin and alleged murderer if necessary. So I find that really the most menacing part of this whole entire track, in which somewhere in between child of God and drug kingpin / murderer, there's a savage that could lean either way. In the second verse, Billy Woods continues these themes of savagery as he paints these vivid images that he witnessed as he came to the States. Things like degeneracy, promiscuity, gun and gang culture, and domestic violence are all subjects that Billy Woods touches. And although these are dark and haunting topics, I can't help but find some of his lines just a little bit humorous. He goes on a tangent about how some of his classmates made the news, police pursued, legs flew off like a carton of eggs. And then he goes on to say,
on the bright side, they only gave him house arrest once they seen he disabled. Good lawyer.
Billy Woods continues his trip down memory lane as he recalls more cultural elements of the African diaspora unique to this hemisphere. For example, he recalls gun jammings, wiretaps, superstition, and how he cut his face out the picture, probably alluding to how he tends to not show his face in photos nowadays. And for a second, it feels like he goes on this non sequitur tangent about these experiences that are likened to African-American culture. Things like the prison industrial complex, things like working a low-wage job as a Central American Übermensch. You know, he really drives home the point of all of these experiences that can be likened to the African-American diaspora, which connects to other themes present in the songs, which relate overall to the whole theme of the album, Aethiopes.